what comes to your mind when you think of a museum? Endless paintings in vast hallways? Large sculptures dating back several centuries? Or enormous exhibits with sometimes hard to understand information? I'm almost certain it's one of these, isn't it? I'm 9, and for me, a visit to a museum has so far been more of a task than a source of entertainment. And it's very likely that it would be the same for most young audiences like me. There's no doubt that we appreciate museums as great preservers of our past. We understand that they are important threads between our past and present. However, we still hold them off for those occasional educational trips. We do so merely because we perceive them to be quiet and passive places, don't we? But why does it have to be that way? With so much invaluable information in store, shouldn't museums be our preferred places of interest? A recent visit to a science and history museum gave me a fresh perspective. The visit compelled me to look at museums in this completely new and interesting way. During the visit, I gained understanding and retained information like never before. And that too in the most exciting and enjoyable way possible. The visit ignited my curiosity, and I became increasingly keen to understand what had made my visit so enriching, engaging and different. It wasn't too long before I concluded that technology was at the heart of it all. At the museum I visited, there were several technology-based installations and exhibits that gave me the opportunity to get hands-on with real scientific phenomena. These interactive exhibits did a remarkable job of helping me understand new concepts of light, sound, bone conduction, ferroliquids and so many more. The thrill of watching lightning strike right before my eyes and witnessing the sheer force of its invisible electric field was my most memorable experience. And how can I not mention the breathtaking experience I had of piloting a space capsule from the International Space Station? One would think technology is after all science, but what about history? Isn't it hard to visualize how can technology play a role in a history museum? Let's take the example of war. Despite blockbuster films and games, the reality of war is almost unimaginable to us, isn't it? How can a history museum connect a young audience like me to a 100-year-old story? This is where I feel technology played an important role of helping me feel and sense the experience. Walking through the simulated trenches of the First World War with all the dramatic sounds and effects of warfare was a truly unmissable experience. In the case of art museums, I feel that technology can easily appeal to younger audiences too. One can virtually lift and rotate artifacts, zoom paintings and other valuables using virtual reality headsets. The option to see these precious works of art in all their splendor and to see how they looked thousands of years ago is certainly priceless. I've realized that technology has opened up a new realm. With the help of technology, museums can entice and engage all our senses and create an environment that is far more compelling and experiential for all its audiences. I believe that museums are finally breaking free from the mold that was once curated for them. From being passive places, they are reinventing themselves into active and participatory places. I wish that museums would take on the larger role of becoming change agents. Through impactful and immersive technology-based exhibits, museums can spread important messages to drive change. This can help people to connect to global issues at an individual level and thus motivate them to contribute towards the good of the society. I've also always felt that museums rarely talk about the trials and tribulations of great leaders, scientists and artists. When I visit a museum, I would like to know what these great achievers were like and how their lives progressed. I wish that technology would help bring their stories to life. These stories could be a potent source of inspiration for us all. I believe that establishing a human connection is what would make our museums places of true inspiration. The fact is that our museums are steadily moving towards a very bright and interesting future. By creating a highly interactive and lively environment, it is technology that is transforming our museums into enthralling and engaging kingdoms of knowledge. The call of the hour is to combine our passion for culture with the abilities of our ever-evolving technology. During my next visit to our museum, I plan to explore this intriguing combination further, and I hope you will too. Thank you.